What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today we're going to talk about Belen. This is Amazon's international feature entry of the year, and I've now seen it twice. Believe it or not, I've seen this film twice. So I was given this screener. I'm sitting on my international feature reviews, trying to figure out what to do with them because like a lot of them don't have audio description. And Belen apparently had landed on Prime. I checked it out, and by Jeeves, there's a dub there. So, a film that was like my first review was just going to be thank God for Gangnam Style because that was the only thing I got out of the first viewing of the film in its original language with no dubbing and no audio description through the screener that Amazon gave me because thank you. Uh, so when it landed on Prime, by Jeeves, they had English, and I enjoyed Belen as a result. Sort of like how I enjoyed Argentina 1985 a few years ago that they did. That's why I was talking with somebody who I know at Amazon. And I was like, you at least did a dub for Argentina 1985. Like that, I mean, you've done audio description for stuff like The Hero. Like, I don't know. Can you be more consistent with. Anyway, so I don't know why we get shafted so many times on international features. It's so weird. But there is a dub. So if this gets um, nominated, at least you can do something with it. Whereas the neon titles, I don't think even have dubs. Good luck with that. Uh, so Belen is actually a very timely story, and it is about a woman who is experiencing like a medical emergency. She's having severe cramps. She goes to the hospital, and yes, audio description would help a lot of this, just so that I know the context of it. But I'm taking the movie at face value as what it gives me. She goes in the bathroom and she's having cramps. She doesn't know she's pregnant and ends up having a miscarriage. Now, this country has strict abortion laws and they arrest her for having an illegal abortion. But she really just miscarried and didn't know she was even pregnant at the time. Um, and I guess if she had been seen by a doctor before she made it to the bathroom, the doctor would have confirmed or checked her or whatever. But um, so that's kind of what that the plot of that is, and then there's a lawyer that works to get her out because I think she's a lawyer anyway. It's my it's hard to tell because she's also on like a talk show type thing sometimes. So, but then she navigates the legal system, and then she's like, nobody can know who I am, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm doing the best that I can. But Belen is I learned is the it has something to do with Jesus. It's like when they were going through the um, different names that she could have chosen for herself. It's like a fake name. It's like a substitution name so that people don't know who they're talking about. So they go with Belen, and it's I don't like how there's like I think it's for like Bethlehem. It's like in their language, like the word for Bethlehem or something. I don't know. I tried to follow that part a little bit better, but I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, at least I get some context as to what I can't explain it to you, but that's what that is. Uh, so and yes, Gangnam Style was still there. Came back for me, and I was like, oh, thank you, Gangnam Style, for still being here. Welcome, Gangnam Style. Uh, so Belen. Did we move? Did we move to the positives? Um, I also saw Netflix's Left-Handed Girl with only a dub, and I did give that a positive. I thought that was an interesting story. One of the things that I am always on here talking about international film is the fact that we get these these ideas from other countries. We get to learn more about culture. We get to learn more about, I think it gives us a better worldview. It makes us a little less xenophobic, which we are becoming increasingly more and more of. So to understand that other countries are not so far removed from ours and that it isn't just one giant shithole as soon as you leave the United States, I think there's a benefit to that. So with Belen, um, it's amazing how close to our country this is and how this could have happened right here, and how this feels like a great legal drama that could have been made in America or could easily be remade. They could just take Belen and then just adapt it here in America and do the same thing. So I I do think it's a good enough title, barely, with just dubbing. Um, I had some questions about some characters and where things were, and the dubbing performances were nice. I actually was pretty impressed with how they do crowd chants, and making them sound like legitimately like it's a crowd chant. And I'm sure there's a skill to that, and it's probably pretty easy. And it's just like, well, we replicate the same voice like over and over. We take like four people and then like have them, like chanting on top of each other. Then it more and more sounds like a crowd, but it's really just like one or two voices. Um, but yeah, it sounded effective. I mean, it sounded like there was a crowd that was chanting. So, um, and like in rhythm and everything. So I don't know. It's missing audio description, but at the same time, because of the nature of the film and the decisions that we make here in our country, it feels like this is still a cautionary tale for us. So I was surprised enough by it. It's funny because I had no idea what this movie was about before. None. I didn't look it up. I didn't read anything about it. I just watched Belen and I got Gangnam Style. That was it. And that was going to be my review of just Belen. I was going to give it like a 1.5 for Gangnam Style and then move on with my life. But now I know what the film is about, and it's a heavy topic, and the film plays like a typical courtroom drama, so it doesn't quite feel as artistic or culturally significant as Left-Handed Girl did. So I'm not going to go quite as high as I did for that film, but I do want to say Belen, if you want to try. I think I even liked Argentina 1985 a little bit more, and that was kind of a courtroom drama as well. But this was solid. I think with audio description, it still would only be like a 7 point something for me. So we're going to go with a 6.4 out of 10 for Belen, and go fresh. So I feel like that's about where it is without audio description, with just dubbing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.